want to hear that okay?
Yep. No, that's perfect.
2021.
I got to make sure I'm hearing the
John
audio.
at WRBW 501. Our group's repeater is located at coordinates 40 degrees, 5 minutes, 52 seconds north latitude, and 77 degrees, 12 minutes, 12 seconds west longitude.
Should be here in a second.
And is 1,505 feet above mean sea level, located at 2 miles south of Mount
I will admit something else too about my tuner. I've never really had the chance to really work it well because I've only got my technician license. So, and it only works from 30 megahertz and below. So
Oh, I thought you were a general now.
no.
I'll have to work on that.
It was just like my mother when she was teaching. She says, if you don't know the answers, just act like you do. Hey, there's somebody. He got back from somewhere.
He looks like he's still busy.
Yeah, I'm still here at work.
Thank you for joining us.
I'm just jumping in because I know the clown's on the net there tonight keying up, so.
I'll now begin our check-in.
Give just a little bit more drive if you could.
All right.
WRFL 218.
Perfect. Tonight's audio is sponsored by Dave.
WRFF 218.
Tonight's Zoom is sponsored by the other guy, KC3OLO. Thank you guys both for the help.
MRU.
Unfortunately, I'm still in Corning, so.
It's a cool looking place. I hate those ceiling tiles though.
WREK 307. WREK 307, Unit 1, Brian Ann.
I don't know how you go from the North Pole to Corning.
I got so many people texting me right now, I can't keep up.
From Mount Holly Springs.
Know the feeling.
Well, between the group that we're all in, text going through, and my wife texting me, she's getting ready to check in, I think.
334.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Josh, not sure that was you, so let's go again. WQYX 334.
See if I can even hear the repeater. Oh,
She's trying.
WREX 343.
Yeah, she was trying. I just don't think she was making it in.
WRNC 362. WRFL 367.
Josh, if you want me to relay for you, do the mic trick, let me know.
Well, my wife is at the radio there at home, so she was trying from the house, and normally I don't have any problem. So I don't know if she was doing something wrong or what.
doesn't sound like a lot of people are checking in.
Well, if he's on there keying
able.
up, yeah, they're not able to. Is probably the whole problem.
WRKC 450.
Yeah, we just finished swapping out a couple of switches and getting ready to add some memory to an internet router up here. So.
Okay, Jamie, I caught your voice for just a fraction of a second.
So are you on that text group too, Dave?
Thank you.
Am I on the what?
The text group
490.
going around? The text messages?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not worthy. That's okay.
504.
Not like I can
Well,
be of any help.
Well, last time I got 2 locations for the guy that kept keying up all the time. I had 2 different people that told me they heard him on the input frequency. So I have 2 locations. And as soon as it was announced over the radio that we had 2 locations, it stopped. So it stopped before we could get the 3rd one.
Yeah, this time it seems like it's.
Yeah, so last time that he was heard on the input frequency in York Springs and in
WQYX.
New Oxford. So New Oxford and York Springs were the two locations that he was heard in last time.
Right.
Now, whether it's the same guy and they're going to be in the same locations, I don't know.
Yeah, you can hear it.
All right, even Mike can't get in, and Mike can get in with like half a watt.
He's probably trying to key over John, and we all know that ain't gonna work. Oh, hey.
Hey, told you I'd make it back for check-in.
Yeah.
If you can get in.
They've picked up the audio for us tonight. Not saying anything, but you know.
WRND.
We'll haze you afterwards.
Oh, you can haze me all you want. I had a good dinner.
Yeah, we heard. Your twin.
WRCB 627, Dave in Laurel Lake.
Yes, that was you, Dave. I couldn't really make out.
Is that right?
What you said,
he couldn't get
but
me.
I'll check you off there.
Wow.
WRKU 643. WRAC 649. WRAC 649.
I get
Even
so
Bob's
enraged
struggling.
at that. I want to go get my heater and go visit that guy.
Okay, Bob.
I think the entire club's going to make a field trip.
I know Alan said if he was in town the next time it happened, he was going to get his Doppler out and go out after him.
First three letters there.
Yeah, we're going to bust them. This is getting ridiculous now.
WRFH 661.
It's not like we don't have evidence to show that, you know, causing harmful interference.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, go back there a second, Josh.
What?
There's a cabinet
Back
on
here?
the wall to your right.
Yeah.
Did that say Simplex?
No, it's access control.
What Lennel? No.
Honeywell.
Oh,
Honeywell hybrid.
Thank you.
it's one of the newer ones.
Yeah. I didn't even hear Bob make it in.
He barely made it.
Okay, John.
It's pretty
what
bad.
I did hear, you were coming in loud and clear, but I just heard QYW, and that's it. But thank you. WRKD.
I'm just out here walking around in the hallway. So I'm not bothering anybody while they're still in there trying to work. I said, I'm going out and check in for a minute.
WRMS 712.
Considering it's 9 o'clock at night, yeah.
WRMS 712, Tom Shippensburg.
Well, you made it in.
He was,
Okay,
but he got
Tom,
stomped
I
on.
caught the WR and Berg from Shippensburg. Thank you, Tom. WRJF 728.
Yeah, and that's the worst part is that you know that this is somebody doing it on purpose.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
any other time we can get in fine.
Yeah, I mean, there's people with beams pointed right at Mount Holly, but they're picking up the interference with 4 bars with their beam pointed straight at Mount Holly.
And
So, I mean, it's got to be. There's no
I
way
know
this
what
is
my problem
accidental
is.
because it can normally it'll be fine a few, like half hour or so to an hour before the net. And there's some weeks it's fine. There's no interference at all that week.
Thank you.
And then it'll come up and all of a sudden you have nothing but interference.
you know, it may be that they have something else to do.
Mhm.
Yeah, could be. Well, and it got to the point there for a while there. They actually turned off the yeah. Bob says he has 2 bars on Mike and Carlisle, but 5 bars on the interference coming in.
Wow.
Randy, I heard you speaking earlier
Yeah.
a few minutes ago before a check-in.
But
So I'm assuming that was you.
yeah,
So
and that's the thing. I mean, if it works fine beforehand and there's some weeks it works fine, there's no way that's non-intentional interference.
Right.
Well, yeah, and yeah, the nice thing, if we ever do get and turn them over to the FCC. There's a nice fine for that.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
It's like $10,000.
WRBK
Well,
915.
and if it was the same person it was last time that got turned in for it, that's a possibility too.
936.
oh, that could
Because
be.
there was someone that was tracked down before that did it. And
WRDJ
between triangulation and the
976.
Doppler, they were sitting outside of his house watching him do it through the open window that he had. He had his blinds open, curtains open, window open,
Yeah.
and they were watching him do it. Got photos of it even.
Well,
Yeah.
So it's not like, you know,
overcame all of that, although there was interference there, but I could hear everything you said. WRFR 982.
Yep.
He always rocking.
So was I.
It's your twin, man.
We are not twins. We cannot be twins.
White hair.
I just wonder who the uglier one is, but
Well, wait a minute. Saying the uglier one is the one named KB3ICU sitting on the left hand,
good.
upper
That's
left.
me.
Yeah,
That's
there you
me.
I was
go.
going to say it's the one with the green screen in the background on the Zoom.
With
Well,
that stupid bird
it's not
looking
green,
over his
it's
shoulder.
black.
Well, what I'm looking at is
That's an
green.
ostrich.
Like I
What's
said, that silly bird looking over his shoulder.
Clear every word.
That's an ostrich, allegedly.
WRJF
I said it's green though when I'm looking at it on my screen.
Ah, yeah. The camera turns a fool's eye.
Yeah.
Okay, Sandy, I heard you say WRFL, and then you cut out. We got you down. Thank
Yeah,
you.
this is getting to the point where it's ridiculous.
Any other new
Allegedly.
or missed stations? Please check.
No, not allegedly. It is.
Allegedly, it was an ostrich.
Because,
Yeah.
well, last week there was no problem getting in. There was no
You know
no
what?
interference at all.
You know what? I know this is going to sound stupid.
Okay, Brian, thank you.
Why don't we
will
turn
check
around and
Larry
for
off
1
there.
week, do not announce it anywhere,
Write him down
just
as
between
a
the
check.
members of the group, change our night
Any
from a
other
Wednesday
new
to a
leader
Tuesday or
missed
something
stations?
without
Yeah,
saying
the-
anything.
But the hardest part about that is getting it out to everybody to let them know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I understand, but I'm just saying this way, throw them off one night and let them guess.
You do realize what would happen. They give themselves away if it's somebody in the
I'll
group,
call once again.
because if it happens the night you change it to, then you know it's someone in the group.
That
Yeah.
is a good
Otherwise,
point.
it could be anybody.
But okay, but the point is, why would somebody in the group really want?
Not on
Oh, this is
GMRS.
WRCB 627. Everything's wonderful. And I'll just say we're working on it.
Here we go.
Am I getting through, guys? I don't know. I'm trying to find out whether or not I've opened the repeater or not. Everybody's with a blank look. I'm zooming with a bunch of guys. All right. Anyway, WRCB 627. Hi to everybody, and thanks, John.
Everybody,
That was
sure, it'll be a good one. And
I'm guessing that was a no, Dave.
we'll have this thing fixed here shortly now, so we'll be in good shape.
Okay, so
I'm going to turn over here to Unit 2.
we have a range. South of him, we're going to be talking Mechanicsburg, Camp Hill, New Kingston, Hoagstown. So you said nobody can get him in Mechanicsburg.
But yeah, nobody in Mechanicsburg is really hearing him. But if he was heard in York Springs and in New Oxford and south of Enola, I would say if you go somewhere in that area between those three, you're probably going to get a general idea of where they are.
Okay, Kathy, thank you. Thank you for your comment. The last words we heard from you was spaghetti.
Okay, you heard him in York
So if you're
Springs.
talking, after that, we didn't catch it, but yeah, I'm looking
Which
forward
isn't
to
far
it.
from Mount Holly.
Once again, if you
And
didn't
I
hear,
even have the call signs written down
Kathy was
at
reminding
home.
us
I don't have them
of
with
the,
me.
dinner.
So with the call signs, I can get the exact address of where they were heard.
Sunday, 2 o'clock. You're welcome to come earlier if you'd like.
So Bob's been going back and forth, and he's got a pretty good reading in the direction the guy
And
is.
all are welcome. All are
Well,
welcome.
So-
if he's pointing with any type of directional,
Let Kathy know by way of Facebook.
you could be looking at York.
But yeah, we hope to
We
see
need one
everybody.
more. Say like somebody that needs to get out to
All right, let's see. Andrew in Lower Allen Township, WRK.
If we grab two people, one from New York. Hey, what's his name in New York?
Be
Tom.
right back.
Yeah.
Mike Chuba is over in York when he's home and not on the road.
Okay. So we got York, we got Lewisberry, Lisburn.
Now Steve is in Red Lion, and Steve is not picking him up at all in Red Lion.
Yeah, I couldn't either.
But Mike heard Tish trying to check in, or Steve in Red Lion heard Tish trying to check in.
WRMH 666. Greg and Carlisle, your comments.
How'd he get
So-
666?
I'm not
Okay.
sure I want to know.
Bad luck.
So you okay? Red Line's south of York, and he can't hear it, but he was able
Right.
to hear Tish.
And then that,
Yes.
said it quit. Do you want to try again?
And that's off my beam.
Yeah, the only thing I'm worried about is if he's mobile.
And that's a possibility too. Especially since he knows we're trying to find him.
Yeah.
WQYW 673, John in Parksburg, Chester
I can tell you
County.
this much though, there's no way they're going to overpower John.
Well,
Since
we
John's
got-
house is 6 feet from the tower, if they can overpower John, they're doing pretty darn good.
How about it, Tom in Shippensburg, WRNS 712?
anyone in Carlisle
You'd
get
like
him?
to comment on?
Not that I've heard.
If Kathy needs something me to bring special, please let me know. But anyway, thanks for
Yeah.
running the net, John. I know it's
I think the interference just stopped because that's John from Hartsburg.
Yeah, he's in
Everyone stay cool.
He's over in Chester County,
Chester
and
County.
he wasn't
yeah.
getting in a minute ago.
Yeah, no, that's interesting.
Okay, John, thank you. I had
How many people are watching your stream right now?
from you and
I got an idea.
I got two watching right now. I did have 3 a moment ago.
Because what have we just been talking about here?
Yeah, we're following.
And the interference stopped.
Yeah.
That would be a little convenient, wouldn't it?
So
Uh-huh.
okay,
No,
Red.
nothing tonight, but thank you for holding the net. And apparently it sounds like it cleared up a little bit.
You got through that time.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, you
Probably
did.
ought to start the whole thing over again, but no, we'll keep going here.
I'm gonna tell Tish to try again.
WRJF
So,
728.
Kind of looking at the lower region around. I mean, we do have Dover. We got East Berlin, Lewisberry, Dillsburg. We're looking on that regional side.
Okay, we'll move on. How about it, Mike?
Possibly
Carlisle,
Lattimore.
WRER 765.
Steve down in Red Line. Did he have a directional, or was he working off an Omni?
He's on. I think he has a beam pointed straight at Mount Holly,
Okay, so that's going to lower our focus point.
but
then.
he also has a vertical.
Question is, which one was he listening on?
Right.
Because if he's
I'm pretty
looking at it from the
So-
beam, then that's going to push it further south. So yeah, I got a good line of where that's going.
And Tish is like, how come other people from Shippensburg can get in, but I can't? I said the interference just stopped.
I don't know. Just get an
So
idea of what it
Bob's
is
in Enola can hear him.
on there, and even the
Steven
short
Redline
side,
can.
if you will, directly into Mount Holly. The two puddles are quite puddly. Anyway, that's
Okay.
it for me. I wonder if this
Yeah, so I
Joker
think it's kind of
recognizes
funny
that.
though
I'm
that
just looking it
as
up
soon as
here.
we start
Fine,
naming off
start-
possible locations and saying we're
start
narrowing it down,
$7,000.
It
it stops.
So
And we weren't saying that on the air. That was only on here.
we need some. Do we got anyone down in Gettysburg?
Mike is in Fairfield, WRCH 578,
Okay.
You know, okay, now
and New Oxford is right next to Gettysburg too.
Yes, New Oxford's right beside of it.
Now, I have a dumb question. Now, we're doing this live. We're not talking about this on the air, but this is going out live on your YouTube feed.
Right. That's
could
why
be
I
any-
asked how many. That's why I asked how many people were watching right now.
Yeah, because how many? Yeah. well,
So do you happen to know who they are,
We're all
Jim?
dried up. They were a little
Are
muddy,
there
but
reports
that's it.
of who actually is?
Stephen, thank you for joining us.
And that just about
You have a good
It's
night,
all
sir.
good.
yeah.
Maybe next week. I'll see what happens.
Sounds good. Appreciate having you on, man.
Yeah.
All right,
right.
later, dude.
Yep.
I can think of some stronger ones. But thanks, Bobby. Thanks
Oh, hey,
for your
look, Steven's still in here. Oh,
Um,
Tom. Hey, how's it
Yeah,
going?
Mike and Carlisle.
Hey, were you looking in the mirror again?
Five.
Jesus, I know I'm handsome.
I wouldn't go that far there.
So Jim, when somebody is logging in and watching us, I said
Yes.
logging in, watching us.
I
Do
cannot.
we know their name or their handle? Whatever.
No, but I can see right about the time that we were kind of pinning down a little bit that I had three viewers in there.
And how about it, Larry in Miller's
But I'm unable to see who's viewing.
Any comments you'd
But
have
I
by chance?
believe I will do some reconnaissance here, and we'll get back. We'll follow up here in a few.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm looking at the map logically on how
There you
this is
go.
laid out.
WRDJ 976.
And I got a good couple places where I want to find our operators that are down in those sections.
Pretty quiet in there.
I'm not
he's
going to give
back
up
in
my
there
map
now.
too much.
Nope.
I don't know.
I'll be right back.
Pick them up on Simplex anywhere. But yeah, we got that cloud burst too. It rained about 15 minutes here. The wind picked up pretty good. Cooled things down a little bit. 72 right now.
Did you hear that? He's back in again.
He's trying. Yep.
Worse tomorrow and
I
Friday.
thought
Well,
that's
Bob-
what that was.
Bob's taken all the locations that everybody sent, and he's got it all plotted on a map. So
Oh, yeah.
it's narrowing it down even further now.
Well,
We will pin this guy down.
And once Alan gets the Doppler out and starts looking, that'll narrow it down even more.
We'll have him.
Even if he's mobile, Alan will be able to track him with the Doppler.
I don't know when that is, but I'll know when they don't lay eggs.
Yeah.
And then
because
Alan can take that Doppler info and send that to the FCC.
Uh-huh.
Or something. I think
we had the video evidence online for it, and
There's always
yeah.
something in it. Oh my goodness. All right, well I'll let it go, and thanks for running the net, John. I'll return it back to you, WRDJ 976.
Does that Doppler have the ability
thank
to
you,
record?
Yeah,
Are they separate radios or just one radio?
It's it inputs from one radio and puts it all into a computer, but it's 4 antennas.
Right. So can you do post-recording analysis of the signal strength with respect to all 4 antennas?
I believe so. Alan would be able to answer that better than I would,
Yeah,
but I'm pretty sure you can.
It's amazing what you can do today with the SDRs.
Yeah.
And that was all NSA's work, where basically they just take, like 50 or 100 megahertz worth of spectrum and record the whole thing all at once, and then go back and analyze it later.
Yeah.
And I'm glad to hear the chickens are feeding.
Yeah, I think Tish, if he calls for new later missed again, I think Tish is going to try again.
Thank you, Joe.
Dillsburg. What's in
Anybody that would
Dillsburg?
like to make a comment that
Tim?
Not much.
listen to see if
Tim.
somebody else
But no,
makes
Tim's
a
in
comment,
Mechanicsburg
and
now. I take that back.
Okay.
Sometime here to figure
Is there
all
like
that
any
out.
restaurants, McDonald's, or anything in Dillsburg?
Yeah.
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 I think I've
It's a
been.
rinky-dink little town when you run through it.
It's got an Ace Hardware.
Except it has a is it American Hardware? One of the
Okay, not hearing anyone,
major hardware outfits,
sir,
and
I will call now once again for any new
See if
couple
Tish
good
makes it in
eateries,
now.
okay eateries.
stations. Please check in now.
Come on, Tish, try it. Come on, Tish, try it again.
I don't know if she's going to or not.
Okay, not hearing anyone
Guess not.
else. Let's see, it is 9:27 and a half.
That was a quick
And
net.
that will conclude Weekly Net of the
That's what happens when you get interference the whole time.
GMRS Group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Normally
you.
we're not done till almost 9:45, 10 o'clock.
Sorry if you tried to get in.
Oh,
and
Tish said
couldn't,
she did try again.
or I didn't catch it.
Oh, okay.
But I think that
So he
problem
must
is
be back to
taken care
interfering
of,
some because she's not able to get in at all.
I didn't.
Um, Oh, and by the way,
Did you hear me when I said, come on, Tish, try it again?
No, actually,
Yeah.
we didn't. I didn't.
I heard you on here, but not over.
Yeah,
Not,
yeah, right. It
I
didn't
couldn't
come
tell you
over
if
the-
it went over
okay.
the. I'd have no idea whether
So
it
I'm
came out
not
to the
opening
radio or
it
not.
up either.
Anyway, folks, our next network check-in will be Wednesday,
Gotta make
August
sure I'm
18th.
Picking up the right mic.
And once again, our next cookout will be here on the summit
'Cause I got a
this
problem with
Sunday,
that.
April 15th at 2 o'clock.
Yes.
So
Cookout this weekend, Sunday.
The address for those of you using a GPS to get here would be 1 Tower Road, Mount Holly Springs. The zip code 17065. 17065.
Bob got it. Bob got a text from somebody else that got him solid as well. So we got enough directions now. They know exactly where he's at.
Sweet.
Thanks, everyone, and have a good remainder to your week. See you
All
Sunday.
right. Thank you for all
That's why
who
we have
joined
such a
online.
big text group.
There you go. Thank you for all joined who online. Thank you guys for joining on the Zoom. If you guys are interested in joining us next week, please let me know. I will get you an invite. If you got questions, please feel free to ask. Other than that, 7-3s, have a good night, and thank you guys all for joining. You guys want to say goodbye?
73.
Have a good one.
See ya. So
Bye.
long from Corny, New York.
There you go. You heard it. You guys have a good night.